Here we go. Welcome. We're here and we have the lovely Chris Madden here. The lovely, that's right.
Thanks, mate. How sweet.
It's been great, hey? Yeah, we're just waiting for those first few people to give us a wave.
Faces. I can see some faces popping up.
See some faces and yeah, it's been great. It's been great. What a day we've had. Oh, here we go. Tommy's on. Rolling about.
Catherine.
The lovely Catherine, of course. Yes, we've got Chris on. Everyone's pumped. Oh, Wayne Tuxworth.
You're doing well to read that, mate, without glasses on. You normally wear them.
I usually wear my glasses. If I strain too hard, you'll know why.
Yeah.
Great to see you on, Wayne. Wayne used to be my old youth pastor back in the day, back in the Smithton days.
Yeah, right.
What a legend. Who we got here? We've got Matt's on, Gary's on, Beth is watching.
Donkey Kong.
And everyone's staying warm. It's been pretty miserable.
Crazy
cold.
weather. We haven't even talked about that.
No, we haven't.
We've actually had a good catch up. We haven't seen much of Isaac for a while, but yeah. How's your day been? Aren't we supposed to talk about
Yeah, we're supposed to talk about the day. I should be asking you, but my day's been quite good.
Yeah.
As a teacher in the classroom with 30 kids with the kids, it's
Can't think of anything worse.
starting to get a bit hairy. Kids just want to get outside. I was tempted to see who could slide the longest on the oval today, but I thought the parents...
Was it flooded? Out here, apparently. I saw photos of the church car park was flooded today. So.
Yeah, it's...
not too bad now.
Some huge puddles out here, actually. We might have to go for a bit of a slip and slide after this, Chris.
we did a first aid day today at home with the work lads, pulled everyone together, and that was gold. It was a good chance to hang out with a bit. Like some of us haven't seen each other for so long, like with this distancing thing and different crews, and
it's great. It's just great to see people in the flesh. It's great.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
So first day, I'm sure you learnt lots at the first day.
Well, we haven't done one for a while.
Yeah.
Now we realise every year, so we've got to do a refresher course with CPR every year.
Yeah.
So we're right, we're set. Just feel free to drop the ground in front of us, we'll sort you out.
Yeah.
All good.
That's great.
Not on job sites though.
No, that's right. Cool. Well, thank you so much for hopping on tonight. I'm really looking forward to what we have tonight. It's living what we've learned. So it's something, it's fairly new. We're a few weeks into this now and looking at our Sunday messages and how, they've been awesome not just the last few weeks, but they're always awesome, but especially the last few weeks. And what do we learn out of that? How do we take our Sunday into our Monday and into our week? It's one thing to learn something, but how do we live that out? So that's what we're going to hear from Chris tonight, and I think we'll just take it away. Let's go for it, Chris.
Well, I'm going to teach you exactly how to do just that. So I'm so wise, I found myself here. Who knows that would have ever happened, but anyway. So thanks for having me. If you don't recognise me, I'm Chris Madden from Abundant Life Church. You don't very often wear glasses, so I was sort of trying to keep up with the Joneses. Normally Isaac's got his on. I was talking about that before, but anyway, how good's this guy? Who saw him on Sunday? Honestly, next Tommy Emmanuel, I reckon.
Oh, Tommy Emmanuel.
Chris Tomlin, maybe.
Chris Tomlin.
He's a church guy.
Okay. Yeah, he is. Yep.
But worship was unreal too, and it was a really powerful message. Thanks, Matt. So I really enjoyed sort of revisiting that just briefly. Pulled a couple of things from it. So I didn't think I'd sort of see myself behind the camera here doing this sort of thing. I almost had a bit of a preemptive thanks, but no thanks. Anyway, I thought I'd give it a go. It's powerful what God's doing through it, and it's good to hear from each other and to share, and hopefully I've got something for you anyway. So I've enjoyed just sitting in it for the last 24 hours. Actually, to be honest, I just wrote these notes up like an hour and a half ago. I had like a thing written out, but anyway, dot point form.
Off the press.
We'll see if it helps. Anyway, so I'm Chris from Abundant Life Church. Sort of been here for a bit over 14 years now. Time flies, but you've probably seen Beck up, my wife. She's probably online. I haven't seen you, hun, if you're there, but I reckon you're there with the kids. So she does a great job.
She's been powering on the night communions and different things.
A few things there. So anyway, I'm having a crack, taking the reins, taking the baton. So thanks for having me, guys. So it's certainly been a funny season, hasn't it? All these online things and virtual meetings and Skype this and that and all the rest of it. So it's not really my thing, but happy to be here and we'll see where it goes. Hey, so it's living what I've learned. That's the topic, and referring back to Matt's message from a couple of things. So there was plenty of gold in there. It was a really on-point message and just so much stuff in there. So I encourage everyone to go back and look at it, not just for the worship, but there was the Bartimaeus, the video clip there, that was
good.
yeah, I really enjoyed that. I thought I might have just been sharing on that, to be honest. Sort of, I reflected on that and I thought that was really powerful. But you know, so much in there. So be sure to revisit. I don't know, on YouTube, I guess, or through Abundant Life Church, it'll be there. So it was a really good message and only getting better. I think this crew. I'm sort of not part of this team, but here I am now. So
you're here, mate. Now.
Yeah, let's give it a go. So
that's it.
Anyway, yeah, watch that Bartimaeus clip. That was good. I think from Mark 10, it's sort of a bit of a story, and it was enacted out in a really professional way. You know, a faith story. You know, Bartimaeus has just held on to what he believed in, and he walked out in faith, and you know, essentially grabbed Jesus. He yelled out to him, but he was healed on the spot, and it's cool to see that stuff in this day and age too. And you know, we've been given that authority. We've got to step into it, but there's different ways to do that, And it's a matter of you know, getting your roots down into the Lord, and that's what I'm going to briefly touch on. So Psalm 1 verse 3, Matt touched on a couple of times, or 1 to 3, and it was mentioned a couple of times in the message. So that really hit home with me in a sense. It was the first. So I gave my life to the Lord, you know, about 14 years ago. I found myself in this church, but it was actually with a work colleague, I think. Anyway, it was I was, you know, went out to his house to hang out. It was a bit of a bachelor pad. There was another fellow there, and he had a word for me, and you know, painted a picture of this tree next to the water, and ended up putting the verse under there and just giving it to me. We didn't talk a lot about that night, but I've actually held on to that since that day. I'll read the verse because it'll make more sense in case you haven't heard it or seen it or know what I'm talking about. But so this is Psalms 1 to 3. So it's actually from the King James version, but I actually I don't know if it's ungodly. I tweaked just the thou out. It's all there. So.
Accepted.
So blessed is the man that walk not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stand in the way of sinners, nor sit in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law does he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bring forth his fruit in season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he does shall prosper. So, you know, that's a lot in that. There's two parts to it, isn't there? Like, you know, there's just the tree flourishing, and I guess that's our lives and representing that. But, you know, to be able to really bear your fruit and prosper, you've got to tap into the Lord and dig your roots deep. So, you know, like it's a good picture of like a flourishing tree is an amazing thing, and it could be in a land that's you know, barren and desert. But if you're connected in and you've got your roots deep, and you're I should be looking at the camera. Just looking around, I don't know what I'm doing. You should get involved, get good people around you. You know, through connect groups, through the church. There's some really awesome ones up and running, and I've been a part of some and run some, and it's been a real like cornerstone in my life. I think it's just drawing from each other and sharing, and this whole connecting and caring thing. And you know, it's a really powerful way and place to do that. A good setting where you can build relationship and just really encourage each other in a deeper, more meaningful way. And I've actually you know, been a part of one with Isaac, and we want to catch up again. So there's other things going on as well. So, but if you're not connected, just try and get involved. Talk to one of the team and call me if you know me, or however it works. But really like to encourage you to do that, because there's so much gold that can come from that. So this whole just digging in and getting your roots deep and pulling from the Lord. You know, his wisdom and his leading in life is such a real thing. You know, we can do life normally, and you know, you can do it without the Lord. There's so much of the world that does, but they might look like they have it all together, or you know, making a lot of money or being influential in different ways, but you know, their hearts are still hungry and yearning for something, and it's just not going to be satisfying. So if you're going to tap in and, you know, walk on that straight and narrow path with the Lord, and it's not always easy. Believe me, it's not. But, you know, it's powerful to come back to these prophecies and things and the people that are around you, you know, in connect groups, and just really drawing from that to walk in his ways and, you know, bless people around you with the overflow he's going to give you naturally. Like if you're doing the right things with your finances and with your time and just loving on people and, you know, respecting people for the way he loves us, it's going to naturally happen, and it'll be evident. And you won't always get it right. I don't, but you know, looking back, it's just awesome to see God's hand at work. And I think Jehovah Sneaky, or like he's always doing funny things, and not
Yeah,
always
that's
the way you think he will. And
Yeah.
sometimes you just got to step out in faith and know you've got these people and these things behind you, like these prophecies. There's been multiple ones in the years since this particular one with Psalm 1:3, but it's really encouraging. And in those times where you're making decisions to just reflect back on those and know, what God's paved out in front of you and what that promise is, that, the perfect will for your life. I'm still working out mine, but I'm, in business and really enjoying that. And it's a fun thing to see God at work each and every day through our guys and the people we work for. And it's just an incredible blessing, really, and an honour to be able to do such a thing and know that that's where you're meant to be. Might have got off topic there, but anyway.
That's great, mate.
I'll go back to this. Okay. So that's essentially where I was going anyway, like just saying how there's, the perfect way to get deep rooted and planted, and it's probably all new terminology and, funny talk for some people that might be watching, but happy to, share more, and I'm sure you've seen my heart around some of this stuff anyway. So, I think that was the real gold that I pulled out of the message, Matt. Thanks for that, mate. So I'm doing my best at stepping it out. That's the man I want to be, just, deep rooted and in love with the Lord, and just able to have that overflow and stand firm in the hard times. So, that's me really.
That's awesome, mate.
Happy to close that in prayer, and bless you guys. Mighty God, you are an awesome, awesome Father.
Yes.
Thank you for just loving us so dearly and just wanting to bless us and having that perfect will for our lives, Lord. Help us just to seek that out and to find you in a deeper and more meaningful way, Lord, that we may be able to just tap into that, Lord, and hold on to you tight, Father, and just know that you're with us in each and every moment through the hard times and the good, Lord, that we may be that overflow and that blessing, Lord, for all those people that don't know you, Lord, and just, Lord, are hungry and yearning for something more. Help us to be bold enough to speak it out when you lead us, God, and just to love others and connect and care and engage, as per the message title, I believe it was. So you're an amazing Father. Bless everyone that's watching, God, and thank you for your will for our lives. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Chris.
All good,
that was
man.
awesome,
All
buddy.
good.
Said he wasn't a natural, but I don't know. An absolute
I'll have to watch
natural
it,
in
I
front of
don't
the camera. You did an awesome job. So thanks, mate. That was brilliant.
Pleasure, buddy.
An
Pleasure.
encouragement for sure. So just a few announcements before we sign off for the night. If you have any questions, you're not sure about where things are heading maybe for you in your life at the moment, or you just want to contact the church, please email us, hello@abundant.org.au. We also have some podcasts that Pastor Matt is putting up every Monday, and I really like this Monday. I had a listen to it today, and it was a bit of a recap, and so it's really a good way to, if you're driving into work or set some time aside, just on Abundant Life Church Tasmania on Spotify for the podcast, and then on YouTube from the same name, so Abundant Life Church Tasmania. So hop on YouTube, hop on Spotify, and get listening in, because it is one way that we can connect in together and hear that same message.
Absolutely.
But pick up the phone, call someone, text someone.
Do it. Come on.
Sharpen some iron. Be great, huh?
Absolutely.
Be great. So thank you for hopping on tonight. I'm sure you've been blessed from the words that have been spoken, and that's awesome psalm. And the way that we always finish off, Chris, is
Come on, go love someone.
go and do it.
You're supposed to do it too.